maybe show this person a little bit of grace, because you're saying what you're saying would make sense to someone with your spiritual age. But you have to remember that person may not have experienced the things that you experienced. They may not have been through what you have been through. So I am starting off with child, archetype eternal. And it says that there's an extreme inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependencies on others for physical security. So it is possible that you are dealing with someone, and this is a general reading, so this is for anybody that it resonates with. So someone around you is having a difficult time growing up. And I mean that in a way of just like your mental, like, okay, you know, they say when we turn 18, you're an adult now, you can enlist and buy a beer. And then they say when you're 21, you're another adult now. And then you say, you know what I mean? So like, but those are just markers that actually doesn't state for someone's mental, spiritual, or even I'm hearing emotional age, like their emotional, what age they are emotionally. So you can be 21 and acting like a 4-year-old. You can be 33 and acting like you know what I mean? That's why energy and spirit, it goes past the markers of time. And you go through the lessons that you need to go through at that time. But how you, like what age you are emotionally, it's never the same age you are mentally as well. It's never the same age you are physically. Because some people spiritually grow up faster than others. Some people, and here's the thing, there's no judgment on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no judgment. It's just for this specific energy that someone is dealing with, you have to understand that you may be at a different age spiritually than what that person is at. You may be 30, but spiritually speaking, you're in your 60s. Someone may also be 30, but spiritually speaking, they may be 18. So the energy that you're currently dealing with, they're having a difficult time growing up, acting a little bit more mature. This says the inability to grow up and be responsible, because it's also depending on the category. Maybe they're not responsible with their money. Maybe they're not responsible with, and we all have boxes that we check. No one is perfect. That's not how we're made. We're not made to be perfect. And we're not also made to all be at the same age at the same time, going through the same lessons at the same time. That would be black and white. No human being is black and white, where we have shades of everything. So there's a person around you, and you might be getting a little frustrated because their inability to act a certain way that you expect them to act. So you might see them as a 40, and I used to do security. This used to happen to me all the time. I would deal with people who was in their 60s, but you see them acting like a 12-year-old. And I had to learn how to deal with them at their mental state of being, not their actual, because they understand differently. So there's an energy out there. You might be getting a little frustrated, but you need that knowledge that someone around you isn't there yet. It's like getting mad at a 5-year-old. They just don't know no better. They just don't know. There could have been circumstances where they grew up and they were coddled a lot. There could have been circumstances where, you can always tell when an adult got everything that they wanted as a kid, because when they don't get something that they want, or they get told the word no, it's a problem. You can always tell them people, all right? And there's no judgment. It's just where they're at that moment. So there's something where you need to understand and maybe show a little grace. Listen, it's just, this message ain't for everybody. Take it if it resonates. I always say this is like a pair of shoes. Don't force a size 11 to fit a size 13. So only take this if it resonates. But someone around you, you need to maybe show them a little bit of grace, and then maybe alter the way that you're dealing with them. You're dealing with them into like at an intellectual level that you would deal with yourself. They may be below you on that. They may be below you. And you may have to adjust the verbiage you're using. You may have to adjust the language that you're saying everything to. You don't speak to a 5-year-old the same way that you speak to a 30-year-old. You don't speak to you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and then you definitely don't speak to your elders like you would to your homie. At least that's how I was taught. I don't speak to my elders the way that I speak to my homies. So, but you may have to show this person just a little bit of grace. Like they genuinely don't understand something. They genuinely don't understand something. I don't, and I'm trying to gauge with spirit if I need to pull any more, because they said just pull one card. That's it. They said just pull one card. So yeah, that's the message. Just maybe show this person a little bit of grace. Maybe show this person a little bit of grace, because you're saying what you're saying would make sense to someone with your spiritual age. But you have to remember that person may not have experienced the things that you experienced. They may not have been through what you have been through. They may not have that intellect or that, like, I want to say emotional understanding that you do. They may have been given everything in their life, and now they're hearing the word no, and they don't know how to process the word no, and they don't understand why this person is saying no, because I'm who I am and I always get what I want. So just show this person a little grace. They actually don't understand.